Imagine typing a single sentence and generating a fully playable, interactive 3D world. Not just a video, but a game you can actually control. This is Google Genie 3, their new foundational model for playable worlds. It understands physics, it understands controls, and it lets you create anything imaginable. But there is a catch. If you just type random prompts, you get random chaos. To build something truly immersive, something that feels like a real game or a movie, you need consistency, you need lore, and that is where most people fail. Today, I'm going to show you the secret workflow I use to control this beast. We aren't just going to guess, we are going to use Google Notebook LM to research, structure, and generate the perfect prompts for Genie 3. Step 1. We need a source of truth. I'm uploading deep research on ancient Egyptian mythology and architectural history directly into Notebook LM. This is what we call grounding. But what separates Genie 3 from every other AI video generator is agency. You aren't just watching a clip, you are inhabiting it. Look at this versatility. 1 second, you are a human scaling Everest. The next, you are an ant navigating the veins of a leaf, or an eagle reading the wind currents. The model isn't just generating pixels, it's simulating physics. Watch the cardboard robot on this pool table. When it hits the billiard ball, the ball reacts. It rolls. It has weight. Genie 3 is calculating collision detection in real time, purely from its training data. It knows that balls roll when pushed. This works for living things too. You snap a picture of your cat, and suddenly you are playing a hyper realistic simulation of your own living room, controlling your pet. The lighting matches, the shadows match. It creates a persistent state where the world remembers where you walked. This is incredible power, but here's the problem. Infinite possibility leads to paralysis. If you can create anything, how do you build something that actually makes sense? How do you stop it from just being a random dream? That is why we need a brain for this engine. That is why we use Notebook LM. Today, I'm going to show you the secret workflow I use to control this beast. We aren't just going to guess. We are going to use Google Notebook LM to research, structure, and generate the perfect prompts for Genie 3. Step 1. We need a source of truth. I'm uploading deep research on ancient Egyptian mythology and architectural history directly into Notebook LM. This is what we call grounding. Instead of me trying to remember which gods represent the sun or what a pylon temple looks like, I'm making I do the heavy lifting. I'm asking Notebook LM to analyze these documents and extract the visual language we need for Genie. Look at this. It's not just giving me generic facts, it's breaking down lighting conditions, specific textures, and atmospheric mood. These are the exact ingredients Genie 3 needs to render a high quality world. It tells us to use gold and turquoise accents, harsh vertical beams of light, and sandstone textures. This is the difference between a cartoon and a cinematic experience. I even uploaded a paper on game design theory called The Architect's Dilemma. Notebook LLM analyzed it and told me exactly how to balance player agency with visual consistency. It's basically acting as my lead game designer. Notebook LLM even generates flashcards and quizzes to help me understand the material better. But what we really want are the prompts. I asked Notebook LLM, based on this research, write a prompt for Genie 3 that describes the player movement. And boom, it gives me a prompt about kinetic sand surfing and heavy grounded movement. This is language I never would have come up with on my own, but it's perfectly aligned with the research. But here is where Notebook LLM becomes your personal tutor. I use the knowledge quiz feature to test my own understanding of the model's limitations. For example, it quizzed me on the technical specs. Genie 3 runs at about 20 to 24 frames per second. Knowing that limitation is crucial because it changes how you prompt for fast action versus slow exploration. If you prompt for something too fast, the model breaks. The quiz ensures you know the rules before you break them. I've put together a world building prompt pack based on this research. You can copy paste these straight into Genie or feed them back into NotebookLM to generate your own unique variations. I'm also dropping the full PDF of my ancient Egypt versus cyberpunk research in the school community. If you want to build worlds that actually make sense, join us in the lab. And finally, the design flashcards. This saved my project. One of the cards brought up the Tiffany problem. This is a famous design theory. It explains why seeing a modern motorcycle in a fantasy setting feels wrong or jarring to the human brain, even if it's technically possible in the lore. Notebook LOM warned me. If I put a cyberpunk bike in an ancient Egyptian temple without blending the aesthetics properly, it breaks immersion. It calls this familiarity anti-bias. This insight alone stopped me from generating a bad prompt and helped me design a vehicle that actually fit the world. The first 100 people get access to the Genie 3 Masterclass channel where we are breaking down this model day by day. Stop guessing. Start engineering your imagination. Click the link below and let's build something impossible. I'm Mike, and I'll see you in the forge.